Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
So we are reading verse number 3. Actually, the first 3 verses are in connection in one lila. So now we come to the last verse of that one lila. Vachendravasati stale vivita bhallabi sankule tvam evarati manjari prachura punya punjodaya vilas bhara vismitta pranayi mikala margane viratyanichyanataya prachasinatita kandaram. O Rati Manjari, in this abode of the king of Braj, different groups of cowherd girls live. Of them, you are the most fortunate one. When your mistress, Sri Radhika, forgets her beloved sash of bells, due to absorption in her love play, she asks you now to fetch it from the cave where she left it. O Rati Manjari, in this abode of the king of Braj, different groups of cowherd girls live. Of them, you are the most fortunate one. When your mistress, Sri Radhika, forgets her beloved sash of bells due to absorption in her love play, she asks you now to fetch it from the cave where she left it. Explanations. The spiritual visions flow on like an unbroken stream for Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, who is in his Svarup Avesh. In the first verse, he made luscious jokes about the love marks of Sri Radhika that were reflected on Rupa Manjari's lips when she saw the amorous pastimes of Radha and Krishna, thus offering Rasika praises to his guru. And in the second verse, Radhika met her girlfriends in another kunj, leaving her lover in an amorous swoon after the amorous pastimes, and made many jokes about it with them in the wonderful intoxicated mood of Madhyata. Tulasi praises her mistress in a joking way. She consoles the anxious hero who is suffering separation from his beloved and brings him into the kunj after telling Swamini how eager he is to meet her, seats him next to her on her throne in the assembly of Sakhis, and relishes the sweetness of the Yugala Kishore, the youthful couple of Braj. So this is the first part. Maybe someone wants to share on this a little bit, or maybe Gurudev, you want to give us some hints, some enlightenment, some power of love.
Repeat again.
The verse, Gurudev?
What you want to ask, then repeat that. What you read, repeat it.
The spiritual visions flow on like an unbroken stream for Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, who is in his Swarup Avesh. In the first verse he made luscious jokes about the love marks of Sri Radhika that were reflected.
In Sarupaves, a spiritual vision is like a thread moving. String means thread, not workable. It goes very, very flow in a spiritual vision. In bodily vision, it grows. In spiritual vision is different, material vision is different. In his Sarupaves, he is in his spiritual vision. So he goes in the flow of the Leela. Go on.
In the first verse, he made luscious jokes about the love marks of Sri Radhika that were reflected on Rupa Manjari's lips.
He joked in a spiritual way. Nobody can joke to Gurudev, but he joked in a spiritual way.
So she makes jokes about the love marks of Sri Radhika that were reflected on Rupa Manjari's lips when she saw the amorous pastimes of Radha and Krishna, thus offering Rasika praises to his Guru.
Yeah.
And in the second verse, Radhika met her girlfriend in another kunj. So the girlfriends she met in another kunj, they were not allowed to go in that special kind of kunj she was, Gurudev?
What? Again, I don't understand.
In the second verse, Radhika met her girlfriends in another kunj, leaving her lover in an amorous swoon after the amorous pastime, and made many jokes about it with them in a wonderfully intoxicated mood of madhyata.
Madhyata means your mind. Tadhyata means I am yours. When you are mine, I can joke you.
So my question is, Gurudev, she is leaving the kunj and leaving her lover behind and is going in another kunj.
Read that line, then I can explain.
In the second verse, Radhika met her girlfriends in another kunja, leaving her lover in an amorous swoon after their amorous pastimes. And there in this other kunj, she makes a lot of jokes with them, the girlfriends, in a wonderfully intoxicated mood of madhyata.
Radhika is telling even Krishna also you are mine, and to Manjari also you are mine. And she don't want to disturb Krishna, so she went in other kunj to joke. Joke is private jokes, not in the front of Krishna joking. Then it's the Sakhis are doing. She don't like this. It's a personal joke. It's the difference of Manjari and Sakhi. Sakhi joke in the front of Krishna. And Manjari, Radhika joke when she is alone. Alone joking is different thing. And in the front of lover joking is different. Front of the person and making joke is Sakhis are doing. This is the difference.
Tulasi praises her mistress in a joking way. So actually these three first verses of Vilapa Kusumanjali, they are in one lila. And when it is said the best of parrots is biting the lips of Radhika, then he leaves love marks on Sri Radhika's lips. And they are reflected on Rupa Manjari's lips.
So close in feelings. Okay. Yeah.
And in this moment, Gurudev, Rupa Manjari is actually leaving the spot and searching for Rati Manjari.
Why searching? To show what happened to Radhika. I want to show you. My Samni is bitten, so nice Leela is happening. He not want to show his lip, Radhika's lip.
So yesterday, Gurudev, we were speaking a little bit about this. So Radhika's lips are not like we know our lips. There's blood inside. They may be red because of that. But Radhika's lips are made of Mahabhav.
Right. So who has a bhav near to that feeling, they feel this. Like a Rupa Manjari, she is very close to Mahabhav. Means she has the highest feeling. So she can feel that feeling. What Radhika's happened. It's all feeling, my dear. It's not cutting and blood and these things are not. It's a feeling. What happened, it happens to them because of the feeling. That to give importance, not the blood and our spiritual and this. This is not right. See the feelings, how close they are. We not see material thing in a spiritual way. You have to see that feeling. What I feel. Uddhavji, what you want to suggest?
The thing that they share in common is the Mahabhav. It's like a language of communicating between Manjari and Radha. They share this.
Mahabhava and highest feeling in feelings. They are in highest feeling of that feeling. Feeling and highest feeling than us. This is the more close to Radhika, right? So they feel similar. And my Rup Manjari is searching Rati Manjari. She is not here. She has to feel it. She will miss this to feel. So Guru want to show to his disciple to come in this feeling. If you are in the lower feeling, come up from this.
Right. So Rupa Manjari is top Manjari and wants to, Gurudev says, guide Rati Manjari
to come in this feeling that you also can get this mercy because of the feeling.
So by the mercy of Radhika, Rupa Manjari feels the same when the parrot cannot hold himself anymore and is biting the lips of Swamini to get the nectar out of it, like a parrot is biting the cherries or mangoes to get the sweet juice.
Read
So
only
this-
the words of what is written, not add in these words. Then it will not work. Anandas Babaji words has to come. Sorry to say, then it will be confusion with. We cannot add my words here. I say, Uddhavji, this is my experience. We cannot add any words of me. What he writes is a perfect place and perfect words. He
yes, I
cannot,
wanted.
he cannot say mango if he writes cherry. Please.
Same as Prabhupada.
Huh? You cannot change. Prabhupada's word cannot change. Clear and clear picture will come. This is my experience.
Yes, Gurudev, it is also written that they are actually biting mangoes in Srimad Bhagavatam. But anyway, I wanted to come to a question.
What Bhagavat not see. What you are reading, that you see. Please.
Yes, it was just an example.
No
Anyway.
example not give here. Here only say what is written. My advice.
Yes. So when the parrot is biting in that cherry,
Because we are all in material body. Very easy to calculate from material body. Very easy. We can go back to remember, calculate. But very difficult to come to the spiritual body. So we have to careful how to bring in a spiritual body to the soul who is living in material body. This is the book for that. How to bring back to the spiritual. So this openly written there, biting lips, breasts about breasts, and everything. What is open is not normal. But why is make it normal? To make we have become normal from abnormal. We become normal. This is the point.
It's a realization, Anandadas Papaji, and
Yes.
we can't explain it. I have the same temptation all the time by
so when these lips are bitten and Srila Rupa Manjari is feeling that, and even so that the marks are on her lips also, she wants to hand it to Tulasi Manjari. And actually, the acharyas wants to hand this to us through their books, because now we are reading it. Can we say like that, Gurudev?
Yes, yes. The acharyas are so careful when something new happening, they want to engage his disciple also. Inner side, anything is happening, they want to show to his disciple, we are relishing it. Can you come and do it? Like one day, Rupa Goswami go first. Radha Krishna was lying. Then he went to Radha Krishna's feet to massage. Why? That Radha Rani feet, Rati Manjari can. If he is massaging Radha Rani feet, Rati Manjari has to go to Krishna feet. So he gave chance to Radha Rani to serve. This is the Guru Kripa. He took the Krishna feet, that Radha Rani feet is free.
So Gurudev, I have one question about this whole situation. Radhika is forgetting her sash of bells. Then she goes in another kunj to make jokes with her girlfriends.
Forgetting size of bell here or different pastime.
No, it's the same lila. It's actually in connection because these three verses are connected. Srila Anandadas Babaji is writing it, that they are in one lila.
Okay. I cannot relate. Can you read? Then I can relate. Pastime.
In the verse, it's written, O Rati Manjari, in this abode of the king of Braj, different groups of cowherd girls live. Of them you are the most fortunate one. When your mistress, Sri Radhika, forgets her beloved sash of bells due to absorption in her love play, she asks you now to fetch it from the cave where she left it.
Yes.
So in this way,
Yeah.
Rupa Manjari is praising Rati Manjari, right?
Right. Very.
So my question is, when Radharani is actually leaving it, then she goes to make jokes about this topic, but later on she doesn't want that anyone sees that the sash of bells she forgot. Did she actually forgot it on the base that she can make jokes with the other girlfriends?
This she forget by forget, but when she gave the
Task.
in instruction by eyes, and Rati Manjari understand this, and Rati Manjari run and bring, and she was dancing, and she very cleverly put in that shastra. But Lalita see this, so she become little angry. Why you give chance to see Lalita? Because Lalita will joke in the front of everyone.
To Saki.
Such openly to everyone. And one joke is personal joke, confidential, in the exchange of two-person joke. There are two types of joke. One you like to joke, and one you don't like to be publicly joked by someone. That is. These times they are joking because they are manjaris only, not sakhis only. And they are, this Lalita, she Sakhi, she will talk in the Sakhi, Gopi, every place. So this will be real joke. So she was angry, but Lalita not do anything. This is the difference.
Tulasi praises her mistress in a joking way. She consoles the anxious hero, who is suffering separation from his beloved, and brings him into the Kunj after telling Swamini how eager he is to meet her, seats him next to her on her throne in the assembly of Sakhis, and relishes the sweetness of the Yugala Kishore, the youthful couple of Braj.
You see, this Manjari joke to Radhika that he is suffering for you. And then she bring also from the group of the Sakhis, very cleverly. So this joke is very private joke, confidential, increasing the feeling of Radhika also. The joke creates the feeling in Radhika. And he say, yes, please. Then she do this. She do efforts for that. This was also difficult place where Sakhis is sitting with the many Sakhis and Gopis, and he brings from here very cleverly. That's the cleverness of Manjari.
And about the cleverness of the Manjaris, she is bringing him inside when he is highly eager to meet her, not before. Then he seats him next to her on her throne in the assembly of Sakhis and relishes the sweetness of the Yugala Kishore, the youthful couple of Braj. Gana kera lata yeno tamala bedilo, nava gana maje heno vichura pashilo. Rai kanu rupera nahi ko upama, kuvalaya chant milalo ek tama. There is no comparison to Rai and Kanu's forms. They are like a golden vine and wining a tamala tree.
Tamala is Krishna, a golden vine is Radhika. So there, even the trees in the form of Tamala is Krishna, and golden vine is covered to the Tamala. So they cannot be separated. They are one soul, two body. And this one, two soul come to the one body is Chaitanya. One soul, two body, and two body soul come to the Chaitanya. It become one body.
They are like a golden vine and wining a tamala tree. A lightning strike entering a fresh monsoon cloud.
Lightning strike is Radha, a fresh mountain cloud is Krishna.
I remember Jayananda Maharaj explained once that the light of the lightning strike actually shows us the monsoon cloud. Without the light, we cannot really see the monsoon cloud.
And without Radhika, we cannot see Krishna. Right, he is right.
And causes the light from inside the cloud. It's like Radha from inside Krishna.
Then mercy starts flowing in the form of the water.
Did you hear Guruvani? Very beautiful from Gurudev. And the rain falling is the mercy on the devotees, on the jiva.
They now see to whom to do and whom not to do. Mercy is for everyone. Every corner. Who comes inside that, they have to receive it.
And actually, the power is coming from the lightning strike, isn't it? The raindrops have some special power. Plants are usually growing much faster after such an rain with lightning strikes.
Yes. All greeneries are happening because of the rain. Mercy comes, green happens. And green is also combined of yellow and blue color. So where is not Radha Krishna?
They are like a blue lotus flower meeting the moon at one place. A blue lotus flower meeting the moon at one place. Sri Raghunath Dasa's mind is absorbed in the sweet rasa of the meeting of the Yugala Kishore. For Shyam Sundara's happiness, Praneshwari thinks of a new pastime. So she orders her girlfriends to dance for him. Her highest aim is to make Shyam Sundara happy. Krishna ke alade tate nama ladini, se shakti tvare sukha asvade apani. The potency which makes Krishna happy is named Ladini. Through his energy, he, Krishna, himself relishes happiness. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 8, 157. Srimati Radha serves all the innumerable forms of God with Sringara Ras through her own particles and expansions. Angsakala.
All particles and expansion. So all particles means Manjari, and expansion, Gopi and Sakhi. All they are expansion of Radhika. To give happiness to Krishna. This was her desire. It's all particle, is Manjari, and the Gopis and Sakhi. She expands. How Krishna can be happy? No. Who can do this?
How we can understand that she is serving with Sringara Ras through all that expansions?
What is Singar? First to understand. Decoration of her body. That is ornamenting. Right? Right or not? What do you expect about Singar? Ornament. So when the Manjaris are putting any ornament, then Radhika says, why are you putting this? He said, don't know. This arrow in this necklace showing here. So when Krishna will see this, he will attract that you are showing this. Okay. Any ornament is a singar of the early ornaments in the body of Radhika is only remembering Krishna when he is not there. That is the decoration of Krishna. Krishna is decorated whole body, and she lives whole day in that memory. This is Radha. That is Viraha. How she lives in Viraha, that is the beauty. Always in Milan because of the ornaments.
Tara Majje Rajanana Bhava Rasa Beda Krishna ke Kuraya Rasadika Lila Svade Govinda Nandini Radha Govinda Mohini Govinda Sarvasva Sarvakanta Shiromani. Amongst all of these kinds of concerts, there are different moods and flavors in Braj that makes Krishna relish the flavor of pastimes such as the Rasa dance. Radha delights Govinda. Radha enchants Govinda. And Radha is everything to Govinda.
Yeah.
Hence, she is the crown jewel of all the concerts of the Lord. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti comments on this. Anyatra svangsa lakshyadi rupena Shri Krishnangsa Vishnadinam krita sahayam Kuriti brachatukaya vyuha prakashai saha swayam rupa Sridhata swayam Rupa Shri Krishnam bahutara prakayena.
This is lemon water.
You prefer new cup?
Rasam asvadaiti artaha.
Yeah. Put it this water.
Straight in.
Outside of Braj, for instance, in the innumerable Vaikuntha planets and in the abodes like Mathura and Dwaraka, Krishna's Vishnu expansions and his appearances like Vasudev are being assisted in their pastimes by countless goddesses of fortune and different queens. But in Braj, Sri Radha and her different gopi expansions make the original Supreme Lord Sri Krishna relish the sweetness of erotic mellows in so many ways. Krishna in his topmost feature as Vachendranandana, the Prince of Braj, is also known as Rasika Shekhar, the crown jewel of all relishes, who is always very greedy for relishing sweet mellows. And he relishes the pinnacle of bliss in his pastimes. With the Srila Vrajadevis, the most beautiful girls of Braj, who make him relish their most blissful and luscious forms, scents and flavors that are scented with the love mellows known as Mahabhav. On Srimati's indication, the Sakhis begin to dance on the courtyard of the Kunj. How wonderful is the sweetness of their artistic dancing. They are non-different from Brahmamayi Srimati, and they give a wonderful joy to the youthful couple with their dancing, which is full of Brahma Rasa. The Sakhis show unlimited expertise in dancing with their light, yet fast dancing steps. The Sakhis show unlimited expertise in dancing with their light, yet fast dancing steps. Their waists are naturally thin, and when you see how expertly they change their sides in their dancing postures, it looks as if their vine-like bodies are breaking in two.
I'm in class.
Their sprout-like hands are swinging like sprouts on vines that are trembling in the wind. Their veils slip from their heads, and their shining jeweled earrings are dangling on their cheeks. They look very beautiful as their braided hair and sashes loosen in the swing of the dance, and they sing vernal songs, Basanta Raga, that incite erotic feelings and that describe the sweetness of the divine couple. The playful gopis dance in a rasika way, making their ankle belts and waist belts jingle. They compose rasika ragas, and the spring becomes the husband of the ragini, the female musical mode, which is attached to Rati, the wife of Cupid. Different kinds of venas and stringed instruments like the ravava and the mahati are played while Radharaman plays his murali flute. Shyam very sweetly plays his murali flute, and the Sakhis give their rhythm with the jingling of their ankle belts, bangles, and sashes with belts. Sometimes Shyam stops playing his flute and praises the Sakhis. Meanwhile, Srimati, who sits on Shyam's left side on the jeweled throne, notices that she does not have her sash of belts on anymore. She had dropped them in the mountain cave while being absorbed in her love play with Krishna. When her Sakhis see this, they will make jokes about her. Therefore, without being noticed by others, Srimati gives a hint to Tulasi to secretly go back to the cave, to fetch the sash of belts, and to put it on back on her waist,
One thing I want to share. Why Sakhi will make joke? Why Manjari is joking and not making joke? She not feel good? Because she knows Manjari is mine and Sakhi is for Krishna. So all Sakhis, even Gopis and Sakhis, only they are with Radhika expansion for Krishna. So their jokes are different. And Manjari joke is for the increasement of the love of Radhika. And Sakhi is sarcastic because they are also competitor for Krishna. One is a competitor joke, one is the Dasi joke. Understand? Dasi will joke to bring lover, why you need or not. And Sakhi will joke, oh, you get it, I am not getting. So that joke is
Private.
not
Joke.
private joke. It's a open joke.
Yeah.
They are jealous. I know get it, and Radhika has. So this is different joke. Here, he come, Sakhi will joke you, not Manjari will joke. Understand? Clear or not? Huh?
Yeah.
Gauravani, clear or not? Two type of joke. Kiri joke and Sakhi joke.
Yes, Gurudev, you explain very clear.
This book and Chaitamrit has to be words to words. There's a deep meaning there.
Yeah.
Bhagavad Gita we can do, but these two books are beyond my imagination. In material world we cannot see that. Out of material thing. And we cannot bring down to the material platform.
So what to do?
We cannot. When somebody want to bring down, then say, "Bhai, I have no answer. I don't know much. You have to find out." Many will try in Zoom classes to bring you in material because they are in material. But be careful. Don't try to explain material. It's a spiritual, divine news. Chaitamrit is divine. You cannot give material examples. Bhagavad Gita you can do, Srimad Bhagavat you can do, but these two books, sorry. Out of material beauty. So wise to go through that, but maybe more study and more deep go and explain that it will be more relishing. Like a Bangla in Chaitamrit. Here now, like a Gauravani read Bangla. This will make more feelings in that. Feelings to grow. These books are to grow their feelings. What is this? Even the grow your feelings so high that go in the confidential pastime, that you come out from the material suffering of your material activities to these activities. This whole pastime is to bring out from that. Honestly, I say, this happened to my life. A is good, and somebody says that this is good, and somebody says this is good. Then the jiva need to go highest good. So you will go there or not? So this way you move for spiritual. This is good. I run for this good. And this is good. Also I run to this good. This is the nature of the soul. Then I run for the highest good. Then order good is done. Is no test.
Without being noticed by others, Srimati gives a hint to Tulasi to secretly go back to the cave, to fetch the sash of bells, and to put it back on her waist without being noticed by others.
No talking, only with the eyes. I think Vilapa not. Maybe my
Tulasi immediately goes back to the cave on the pretext of picking flowers. And nobody but Rupa Manjari notices it. Rupa Manjari understands Tulasi's purpose and mercifully blesses her with this praise of her glories as a joking reply to Tulasi's initial praise of her in verse 1.
Sometime you will see Lalita see this, and I see in the Pasha. Then she become angry. And Rupa Manjari see no problem.
Radha becomes angry.
Huh?
Radha
Because
becomes
Saki,
angry. Saki becomes angry.
no Saki see, then they will joke.
If Saki sees, then they joke. If Rupa sees, no problem.
So here, Rupa Manjari comes because this is confidence. That Manjaris keep confidence, and Saki not want confidence. This is the difference. Some place you will see Lalita is stupid. Then she become angry in past.
In a lonely place, Rupa tells Rati Manjari, "Oh Saki Rati Manjari, in Braj there are many gopikas, but of them you are the most fortunate one.
Good.
Because our mistress orders you alone to go back to the cave where she has left her sash of bells because of absorption in loving pastimes, and to fetch them. You are very fortunate to be blessed with such an intimate service." This sash of bells is called Pranai here, or beloved, because it maddens our hero, Krishna, with its sweet jingling when Swamini walks, dances, or plays intimate sports with him.
Schwamme! Ja,
Want kijk eens, ik kapot in het aangeschreven, we hebben een schot. Ongenomen.
danke. Das,
Ich stod nicht mal das Jagd in die Sonne hängen.
ja, schon den Kleinen schon in die Sonne. Der Groß ist nur die Ärmel, die ich gemacht habe.
Ja, das tust du mal in die Sonne hängen.
Und ich gehe jetzt mal da Nuft.
Ja.
Hättest du da noch ein bisschen Tiefkühlgemüse für mich?
Radhe,
weißt du?
Radhe, Radheshwari, we can hear you. Radhe.
Sorry. Thank you.
This sash of bells is called Pranai here, or beloved, because it maddens our hero with its sweet jingling when Swamini walks, dances, or plays intimate sports with him. Such a beloved ornament is not so easily forgotten, but today In the climax of the amorous sports, Swamini nevertheless forgot them. The greatness of these loving pastimes is that Radha and Krishna are very eager to make each other happy.
Yeah, only this.
Only this.
Only this, Manjari. My Radha is happy, automatic Krishna will become. If she is not happy, I will make her happy what she wants. This is Manjari.
Priti Vishayanande Tat Ashrayananda Tahanahi Nicha Sukha Vanchara Sambandha Nirupati Premayaha Taha Eriti Priti Vishaya Sukhe Ashrayera Priti. Chaitanya Charitamrita. The happiness of the abode of love is the happiness of the object of that love. This is not a relationship of desire for personal happiness. It is one of causeless love. The reservoir of love becomes happy when the object of love is happy. This causeless love is the natural cause of these pastimes being so glorious. After hearing the truth about Radha Krishna from Ramananda Roy, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Prabhu ko hai, Janilo Krishna Radha Prema Tattva, Sunite Chaiye Donhara Vilasa Mahatva. The Lord said, now I know about Krishna's and Radha's divine love. I like to hear about the glories of their pastimes now. Rai kohe, Krishna hoy dira lalita, nirantara kama krita, yahara charita, ratri dina kunje krita, kore radha sange, kaishora vayasa pala, koilo krita range. Sri Ramananda Roy replied, Krishna is called Dira Lalita, one who is clever, of fresh, youthful beauty, expert in joking, free from worries, and who is controlled by the love of his dearest gopis. He always engages in erotic pastimes. That is his nature. Day and night he plays with Radha in the groves of Braj. And in this way he makes his adolescence successful. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 8, 187 to 189. How wonderful are the glories of these pastimes! Who can describe the greatness of that power that awakens an irrepressible greed for tasting such perfectly delectable sports with his dear gopis in the kunjas, in the supreme Brahman, the embodiment of full transcendental bliss, God himself, day and night, urged by their insatiable divine desires, Radha and Krishna float in innumerable directions on the stream of their transcendental pastimes. They greatly desire to make each other happy, completely forgetting their personal interest. So it is not so astonishing that in this consciousness Sri Radhika forgot her sash of bells, however dear it may be to her. But she cannot ask her girlfriends to bring it back, for they will make jokes about her. But the maidservants are as close to her as her very life and body. So she has nothing to hide from them. And of all of them, again, she finally picks Rati or Tulasi for doing this service. Srimati Rupa Manjari's heart is sprinkled with the nectar of love for Rati Manjari. So there's no limit to her bliss when she sees that Rati Manjari gets the honor of fetching the sash of bells. Tulasi gets the sash from the cave and comes back to Swamini at the time when the Sakhis have stopped dancing. The Kinkaris begin to gladden the Sakhis by fanning their sweat-anointed bodies, and everyone is absorbed in different nice Rasika conversations. Tulasi uses this opportunity to put the belt back on Swamini's waist without being seen by the others. Tulasi's service makes Swamini very happy. Absorbed in his spiritual identification, Sri Raghunadas writes this verse. Understanding it is the merciful blessing of his or her Guru Rupa Manjari upon him or her. Sri Rasika Chandradas sings, He Sakhi Rati Manjari, Tumi e Brachapuri, Mache Mahasukriti Salini, Pachendravasati Stane, Tava Samana Hijane, Tumi Kopikula Shiromani, O Sakhi Rati Manjari, in this Brajdan, you are very fortunate. I don't know anyone who is your equal in the abode of the king of Braj. You are the crown jewel of all cowherd girls. Rasa vilasera bhare vismritak mekala tare Nicheshwari akya mate tumi anvesite haradhane kuliteshe sayatane giriraja kandarakya bhumi. When your mistress forgot her sash of bells, being absorbed in her Rasika pastimes, she ordered you to go and delightedly search for her lost wealth in or around the cave of Govardhan Hill. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Here ends the commentary of Srila Anandadas Babaji. I will read again the verse. O Rati Manjari, in this abode of the king of Braj, different groups of cowherd girls live. Of them, you are the most fortunate one. When your mistress, Sri Radhika, forgets her beloved sash of bells due to absorption in her love play, she asks you now to fetch it from the cave where she left it. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Gaur